What was the flight like? Are we talking masks on whole time flight from
masks
France?
masks on the whole time. I was with Emirates, and I think they've got really strict. Their local laws are all masks and things like that. So I think that all then applies to the aircraft.
Yep, and France. What was the mask life like in
Did not
France?
see one mask at all.
See one mask
Not
in
one.
France. Wow.
No, they don't even utter the word COVID.
Well, you wouldn't have seen any in our ladies' city because they're all the old people and stuff. But I understand what you're saying from a tourism perspective. They're like, no such. We don't even talk about it anymore.
Well, although there were no masks in France, there were some of the elderly were wearing masks because they're old.
In our ladies' city?
In our ladies' city.
Wow.
But, they've always got the holy water to back them up, so I don't really know what they're worried about.
They're in the presence of Mother Mary. She's not going to let something like that happen. She's not going to let you get COVID, dude. She
won't let it happen to one of her own. No way.
Or maybe it's just the belief from the people who are at these places thinking, no, it's all good, maskless, because Mother Mary's protecting me.
Something like that. I've had a little miracle actually myself.
No way. From the water?
I haven't used any of the water. I didn't buy any water for myself. I did buy 2. But I'm going to give one to you, and I've decided to give one to our ex-housemate as well.
Oh, that's excellent.
Because I figure I don't need it. I've had my miracle. My chair squeaks, right? So I'm rocking back and forth on my chair here.
I see that.
Yeah, normally I try not to move.
Yeah, because it makes noise, right? Okay.
And it makes noise, and the microphone's so damn efficient at picking up the noise that you hear it through the.
Of course.
So I've been sitting like stationary without trying not to move for how many hours have we done now?
Oh, I don't know, 14, 15, 16 hours. I don't know.
We do an hour and a half. So like what?
Yeah, that's the maths.
24 hours. I've been like in this torturous, but now I'm mobile.
Okay, now we're relaxed.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. So so WD-40, I just banged a bit of that. I just sprayed the screws on the bottom, not even knowing if it's going to do anything. Because how does you think that it wouldn't be able to get into the screw area, right?
Sure.
Like I'm not a mechanical engineer or anything.
No, of course.
So I just sprayed a bit of that on. Didn't do anything else, and wiped around the screws, just the what do you call it, the nut of the screw or whatever, the bulb of the screw.
Okay, and
now,
yeah, wow,
yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so I've had my own miracle. I don't need the holy water.
Did we talk about WD-40 on the podcast, or did you call me and tell me a story about the front door of your house and how WD-40 changed the way you exit and enter your house? Did this happen? Because I've been thinking about this a bit lately. I repeat myself already at the best of times, just in normal how you going conversation. I'm going to be repeating myself.
Look, I think we just chatted about it. I think we chatted about it in real life. On the telephone. But what I can check the transcript. I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll tell you if we talked about it. In summary, I can refresh your memory. We battle, me and the girlfriend here absolutely battle the front door. We just go in through the garage because the front door, firstly, you have to put in a code into a little lockbox, right? And that lockbox is all fucking jammed up and shitty, okay? Because it's metal, and metal just corrodes. So firstly, that's a problem. If you do manage to extract the key from that, then you've got to try and plow it into this another rusty. I mean, it doesn't look rusty, but it's never had any care in its life, and it's an old house, must be like 50 years old or something. And then you got to ram the key into this thing, and then you have to get 2 hands onto it's just one key. It's just one key with the ordinary key. Stick that, and then you got both hands on this key.
Oh my gosh.
And you're jiggling and turning, and sometimes you just have to stop and like swear a little bit and be like, fuck, go back in, and then eventually open the door, and it's like, and then
Yeah, what a door.
to shut it, you've got to, because there's like a deadbolt type thing, so it automatically locks. But for that to activate, you got to slam the door, and the whole house shakes.
Far out, man. Okay.
So the girlfriend's dad was coming in. Like when he comes and goes, he loses his shit. He's like, man, what? He's like, this thing needs some WD-40. And he was the one that got me onto it.
Got you onto WD-40.
Yeah. And I thought,
the miracle, right? The miracle.
This is more of a miracle than the good stuff.
Yeah, possibly. Must have been blessed.
And then, so the reason I didn't use it before is I wasn't a believer
in the WD-40.
In the WD-40.
Yeah.
I wasn't a believer because I thought, what's this going to do? It's a spray. It looks like deodorant.
It's shit. And what's it going to do?
What's it going to do? So what I did is I just sprayed a little bit on the deadbolt, started like wiggling it a bit. I sprayed it into the keyhole, just wiped it with a paper towel. I sprayed it on the lockbox combination thing, gave that a little fiddle, and then lo and behold,
a miracle occurred.
An actual miracle occurred.
It's amazing.
And now I don't go through the garage. I carry things in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
I put in the code. I extract the key with one hand, just with two fingers. I open the front door. It slides open. And then I shut it with one hand, and the house doesn't shake. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It gives me a smile just doing it. So get some WD-40 in your life.
We're not sponsored.
Well, I would be if they want to sponsor me. I'll talk it up even more. I just put it on my chair.
WD-40. You know the story of WD-40. You must have done a bit of research on this now.
I don't know the story behind it, but I understand. What I do know is it stands for water displacement 40.
Yes.
And I was told on good authority that it was the 40th combination or trial they did with whatever it is. So they started with WD-1.
Had 39 goes. Yeah.
Had 39 goes, and then they banged, and this one worked. It's the miracle. Well, you just spray it on stuff and it fixes it. Doesn't matter what it is. You could spray it on a Rubik's Cube and like it would just solve it. And then,
wow. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle in a bottle.
Unbelievable. And, that sort of harks back to Edison, right? He's like, I didn't invent a light bulb. He was something like, I managed to find 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So his LB light bulb 150, LB 150, that's the one, that was the one.
Light bulb, 9,000. And yeah.
The 10,000, that sounds pretty good. Well, he did work hard at it.
How much better would the light bulb 10,000 sound?
Yeah, but that just means that like either a guy dedicated his life or he found a whole bunch of ways to not do a light bulb. Like it makes me want to see LB1 and maybe LB 1000. I want to see the progression.
Well, I think apparently he tried everything. I'd like to know what he tried. What did
Well, first of all, we should verify at least if we can whether or not he did say that, because that would be a good starting point if he did say, I found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb. But I don't know.
Did he not say that? I just took that as.
I'm just going off.
Let's just say he said it. Let's just say he said it. Sounds good. Don't doubt yourself. I tested no fewer than 6,000 vegetable growths and ransacked the world for the most suitable filament material. That is in quotation marks, but I don't know who said it. I assume it's Edison.
Okay, so I actually have the quote. He says, about the invention of the light bulb, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 that won't work. So
that's a good attitude. It's actually quite a story of success. There's another quote I've got here that also isn't actually, it must be from Edison, but it's not. like attributed to him in one of my. The electric light has caused me the greatest amount of study and has required the most elaborate experiments, he wrote. That's in inverted commas. Then inverted commas start back up. I was never myself discouraged or inclined to be hopeless of success. I cannot say the same for all my associates. Wait, so what? Were there other people having a go at this?
Absolutely. Weren't there like 3 big guys who were big into the electricity at the time? It was probably like Nikola Tesla, Edison, the other bloke getting around it.
Let's just say Einstein, because he looks like he's been electrified.
Yeah, well.
But he was well after, right?
Yes.
I think. I have a very good quote now that we're on Thomas Edison quotes.
Oh, good. Let's have it.
Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Ooh, wow. Got to sweat it out. Well, that makes sense, right?
It's a good one. I really like that. I'm going to roll that one out at some point.